Retelling shoes. Put on your shoes, dance down the street. It's the latest fashion for well-dressed feet. Showy shoes. Put on your shoes, shuffle down the street. It's the latest fashion for well-dressed feet. Showy shoes. Shimmering shoes. Shiny shoes. Shore. Ship. What else can you see that starts with the same sounds? Shabby shoes. When I went shopping, I bought a new pair a bit like these. The same day I went shopping with Daniel to buy birthday presents for his mum.
Sophie and I went shopping to buy my mum a present.
Look there. Do you think we could get a present for your mum here? What can we get her?
Some smelly stuff. There were lots of things to smell in there.
What's your favourite?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Mm.
What else have they got?
Mm.
That smells like a grapefruit, that one.
Yeah.
What else? Which is your favourite? Which do you think your mum would like?
That.
Should we put it in the basket?
Yeah.
There you get one, put it in the basket. Thanks. Now, what else can we see? Oh, look, those are quite good, aren't they? These little bottles.
Oh, she can
That's nice. Okay. Have that as well. Different colour would be nice, wouldn't it? What about a nice green one over there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Bananas. What do you think your mum would like? Oh, look, these are nice. A sponge. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah? Hello. Can we pay for these, please? Thank you. Oh, Daniel, look at these chocolates. Do you think your mum would like some chocolates? Oh, hello.
Would you like to try one there?
Yeah? Would you?
Want to try one of these?
Oh, look. That looks brilliant. Yeah. How's about that? Have a taste.
It was yummy. I really liked that one.
Nice. Great, well, I think we'll have a box. Do you do boxes?
Yeah.
Yes, a selection, please, would be wonderful. Thank you.
There were so many chocolates to choose from.
There you go, is that okay?
Oh, that looks lovely. Thank you very much.
The shopping centre was very big, with lots of shops to go in.
Oh, look, Daniel, a notice board. Let's see. Ah, ladies' footwear. Oh, I really need some shoes. Oh, they look nice. And they're my size as well. I'll have them. Chocolates and smellies from Daniel, but no present from me yet.
What about a hat?
What a great idea!
I'm cool. Nice.
I think it's meant to go that way round.
That's the one we bought for Mum.
That way round. Ah! I don't think that's quite right for you. Oh, it's a very funny hat. Right, we've got the hat, we've got the smellies, we've got the chocolates, and I've got some shoes. So all we need now is a card and a piece of wrapping paper, don't you think? Should we go and get that? Then we can go home. Okay. Here's the hat I bought Daniel's mum. I hope she likes it. And these are my shoes. Today's story is all about shoes. It's called The Elves and the Shoemaker. Once upon a time, there was a shoemaker who became so poor that at last he had only enough money to buy leather for one pair of shoes. He cut them out carefully. Then he went to bed, wondering how he was going to feed his family. But when he got up in the morning, he found a beautiful pair of shoes on his workbench. Someone had made up the leather so well that when a customer came in, he bought the shoes at once and paid a good price for them. Now the shoemaker had enough money to buy leather for 2 pairs of shoes. He cut them out and laid them on his workbench ready for the morning. Next day, there were 2 pairs of shoes, with every stitch and nail put in perfectly. "Whoever can it be that is helping us in this way?" said the shoemaker to his wife. But he bought enough leather for 4 pairs of shoes and cut them out as before. In the morning, there were 4 pairs of fine shoes on the bench. And so it went on, day after day, until the shoemaker and his wife and children had good clothes to wear and plenty to eat. The shoes he sold were so fine that even the Queen bought a pair.
Delightful.
One day, the shoemaker said to his wife, "We must find out who is helping us so that we can thank them. Let us stay awake tonight and see who it is." So, they put leather on the bench as usual, and then they hid and watched. At midnight, they heard voices, and in through the door came 2 tiny men. They were wearing pointed green caps, but little else, and their feet were bare. At once they began to work. Tap, tap, tap went their tiny hammers. In and out flew their needles. And in no time, the shoes were done, and the little men ran out into the cold night. "Oh, husband," said the wife, "those poor little men have no shoes and hardly any clothes to keep them warm. Let us make them some clothes and shoes to show them how grateful we are." "Indeed, yes, wife," agreed the shoemaker. So, the wife made a fine white shirt for each, and a green coat and trousers, and knitted them a pair of green stockings each, while her husband cut and stitched and hammered at 2 pairs of tiny shoes, the best he could make. Next night, they spread out their gifts for the little men. Then they hid and watched. As the clock struck 12, in came the tiny men and climbed onto the workbench to see what there was for them to do. When they saw the clothes and shoes, they chattered with excitement. They put on the shirts and green coats and trousers. They pulled on the stockings and shoes. Then they began to dance. Tappity-tap, they went all round the room, waving their green caps and bowing to each other in a comical way. Then, with a last skip and jump, they clattered out of the room and away down the garden path in the moonlight. The little men never came back again to make shoes for the shoemaker and his wife. But it didn't really matter, for the shoemaker was now able to make plenty of money. But he and his wife never forgot the kindness of the two little men in green. And they often told their children the story.
Well, the only thing I got left.
Tiny shoes, so trim and neat. Fairy shoes for dancing feet. See the elfin cobbler's shelves filled with shoes for tiny elves. Shoes. Shabby shoes. Shiny shoes. Shoe shop. Shoe shop. Both these words start with the same letters. Watch how Magic Pencil writes them. Round and back again. Top to bottom, up, down and flick. Round and back again. Top to bottom, up, down and flick. Round and back again. Top to bottom, up, down and flick.
Come and see my shoe house. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread. She whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. Sent them to bed, sent them to bed. She whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. Then all those poor children crept under the clothes. The cold pinched their fingers and also their toes. And eating their broth without any bread was not very nice for supper, they said. Supper, they said. Supper, they said. Was not very nice for supper, they said. And then the old woman who lived in a shoe, she felt so very sorry, she didn't know what to do. She ran to the bakers to get their